Hi mga ka-friendships, may adlaw sa tanan. So, kamusta na kayo mga ka-friendships? Tingnan yung boses ko mga ka-friendships. Ilang days na to, hindi pa rin gumagaling. Kasi nga mga ka-friendships, dahil to sa kakasigaw ko sa school. Kasi meron kaming 5 days sports fest. Kaya, heto ang boses ko ngayon mga ka-friendships. Hindi pa din. Kung napanood yung previous video ko bago ito. So, pareho lang pong boses. Sana by Monday, by this coming Monday, okay na yung boses ko. Kasi ngayon, video na to, ginagawa ko to Saturday ngayon ng March 4. So, ngayon, pinipilit ko pa din na gumawa ng vlog, ng video sa inyo, mga friends, para mabigyan ko naman kayo ng update at masagot ko naman yung matagal ng tanong ni Ma'am Welma Villacruzes Realiza. Kasi sa totoo lang mga friends, itong content natin ngayon ay tungkol to sa katanungan ni Ma'am Wilma na nag-message sa atin sa FB page natin sa June Gulagula TV. Matagal na talaga to eh. Nahihiya na ako talaga sa kanya. Kasi alam kong always siyang nanonood ng mga videos natin, mga bagong videos natin sa channel dito natin. Tapos, hindi ko masagot. Super dali lang yung tanong niya. Kaya lang hindi ko nabigyan ng time kasi super busy ang lola ninyo mga friendships. So bago natin basahin at sagutin yung katanungan ni Ma'am Wilma Villacruzes Realiza, so nais ko munang batiin ang mga bago nating ka-friendships ngayon dito sa channel natin, nanonood ng mga videos natin. Hi sa inyo mga bagong ka-friendships. Welcome dito sa ating channel. At kung hindi pa kayo nakapag-subscribe, please subscribe na dito sa ating channel and click the notification bell para pag mag-upload ako ng video, ma-notify kayo. So yun yung kagandahan doon mga ka-friendships ha, kapag na-bell yon ang ating notification bells. Tapos, ngayon, kapag magustuhan yung content natin, pakibigyan naman ng like at do not skip the ads. Alam niyo mga friendships, para naman mas lalong sasaya ang buhay natin. Huwag niyo skip ang ads mga friendships, maawa kayo sa akin, regalo niyo na yan sa akin. So ngayon mga friendships, ang katanungan ni Ma'am Wilma Villacruzes ay, actually nasa harapan ako ngayon ng laptop ko kasi basahin ko yung katanungan niya. And then, by the way mga friendships ha, kung mayroon kayong mga katanungan kasi ni Ma'am Wilma about sa interview, sa pagsagot ng mga questions sa interview sa Deped for Teacher 1. So kung mayroon kayong mga kakilala, mga friends or relatives or sino man na para dito sa video natin, kasi tips to mga friends kung paano sumagot ng interview question. So at least magkaroon sa idea by sharing this video mga friends. Ito na ang katanungan ni Ma'am Wilma mga friends. Makinig kayo ha, babasahin ko ng malakas kahit yung boses ko. Oh my goodness, ang boses. So, good afternoon po Sir June. Pwede po ba humingi ng ideya kung paano ang tamang pagsagot sa interview? So, salamat po and God bless. Sana po mapansin ninyo at magawa ng vlog. So, yun ang request ni Ma'am Wilma. And, ang tanong niya doon ay, paano nga ba sagutin ang mga questions sa interview sa Deped for Teacher 1. So ngayon kung nag-a-apply kayo, nagbabala kayo, makinig kayo dito. So sabihin ko nahingi si Ma'am Wilma ng ideya. Pero hindi lang ideya ang ibibigay ko kung paano sumagot ng mga questions sa interview during your interview sa Deped. Magbigay din ako ng sample questions at saka mga sample answers sa question. So ganito, bago ako magbigay ng sample questions at saka answers sa Deped for Teacher 1. So ito muna yung mga tips. Magbibigay ako ng tips or idea kung paano sumagot ng questions. 11 mga friendships, 11. Yan. So basahin ko, nilagay ko dito sa Microsoft Word para at least maayos yung pagsagot ko. Hindi ako matulala or wala akong makalimutan na tips na ibibigay ko sa inyo mga friends. Pero nandito din sa mga friends sa comment section natin. Pakitingnan sa comment section natin mga friends, nakapin yung mga tips din at saka yung mga common questions na tinatanong sa Deped. So tingnan nyo ngayon diyan. So ngayon mga friends, ito, una, use storytelling to make yourself more memorable. So yun yung maganda mga friendships ha. And then share specific facts and data in your answers. So kung mayroon kayong mga mga magandang example or facts or data na pwede nyo ilagay doon sa sagot ninyo based sa question sa ng interviewer sa inyo, lagyan nyo kasi mas maganda yon. So, magbigay ka ng halimbawa. Ganun, di ba? Pangatlo, friendships ng tip natin paano sumagot ng questions sa interview ay make comparisons between your past experience and job duties in this role. So kung mayroon ka na experience or kahit sa hindi man experience sa private, gamitin mo yung practicum mo o yung practice teaching mo, pwede mo yung gamitin as example. Sabi ko sa number 2 kanina, di ba? Mas maganda yon kasi para magiging concrete, kapani-paniwala yung sagot mo at ma-elaborate mo talaga ng maayos yung kasagutan mo base doon sa katanungan ng interviewer or hiring committee or panelist na nagtatanong sa iyo, mga friends. Number 4, be brief and concise, get to be point quickly. So, direct to the point ka, wag na masyadong flowering words, super haba na laki-laki. I mean, mahaba na yung kasagutan mo. Tapos, ano ka na na baka na may nasabi kang hindi na related or connected dun sa katanungan. So, kailangan focus ka sa tanong nun. Kung ano lang katanungan ng panelist, doon ka lang mag-focus at kung pwede, i-concise mo or brief lang. And then, basta gusto ko mag-present kayo ng facts or data or example, ha? And then, number 5, don't rush. Huwag kang magmamadali. And then, ask for a second to think when you need to. And then, to ask and for clarification if you don't understand the question. Hindi po, mga friends, kawalan or kabawasan ng ating pagkatao or katalinuhan kung ikaw ay nanghingi ng clarification doon sa panelist tungkol sa tanong. Kasi minsan, mga friends, diba, hindi natin masyado na gets or narinig or naintindihan ng buo yung question. So, ang gagawin natin, magtatanong tayo, huwag tayong mahiya kasi kasi kung magsasagot ka agad na hindi mo masyadong narinig na intindihan yung question mula sa interviewer, ikaw din yung dihado doon. Ikaw din yung magsisisi sa dulo. Kasi sasagot ka na nasagot, hindi naman siya na sumagot doon sa katanungan ng interviewer, diba? So, ayusin natin. Huwag tayong mahiya. Magtanong tayo ulit. Tanungin natin kung ano bang, tanong na tinanong sa inyo. Ha? Huwag mahiya. Magtanong kung hindi masyado narinig na intindihan. And then, end some of your answers with a question directed to the interviewer. Make your answers about their needs, not yours. So, wag mong tingnan yung pangangailangan mo. Wag mong sabihin na, because I need job. No. Wag mong sabihin niya, kailangan mo na, sabihin mo yung skills mo na kailangan ng school. Magiging ideal teacher ka, magiging ikaw yung magandang teacher na halimbawa doon sa school nila kasi mayroon kang potential, mayroon kang mga skills na kailangan nila na wala sa ibang mga teachers, wala sa kanilang mga teachers, diba? So yun ang gagawin mo, mga friendships. Kailangan sabihin mo yung pangangailangan nila na fit ka doon, hindi yung ikaw yung may nangangailangan, ha? So next is speak with higher than normal energy and enthusiasm. Huwag kang malamya. Sumagot ka ng maayos. At saka ito pa, magbihis ng maayos, ha. Hindi yung kasi kung ako nag-interview, medyo na ako sa'yo kung hindi ka nakapanamit ng maayos dyan kasi interview yun eh. And then, yung boses mo, lakasan mo. Kailangan mag-emodulate mo kung hindi malakalakasan yung boses mo, lakasan mo that day para at least marinig ng maayos yung kasagutan ng tanong, di ba? Next is treat it like a regular conversation kasi mag-relax ka lang, huwag masyadong dibdibin, huwag masyadong mamadiliin pagsagot sa tanong. Yung normal lang nakipag-usap ka, pero nang maayos, ha? And then talk about the future and how you will directly help them. And then tell the truth, be honest, accountable, and upfront when answering questions. So, huwag kang magsisinungaling, ha. Huwag kang magbigay ng data, example, or or facts na hindi mo naman walang katotohanan. Kailangan yung totoo kasi mga ka-friendships, tandaan mo ha, ang mga hiring committees ay nagre-research po yan. Yung nilalagay nyo doon na character reference, tinatawagan po yan, tine-check, chinachat, tinetext po yan. So, kailangan po, totoo po, kasi i-verify din po yan. For example, nag-experience kayo ng private school, may experience kayo, tatawagan yung private school na yung pinag-experience kung totoo ba yung mga sinasabi mo. Ang lahat ng mga kakilala mo, yung ibang contact persons doon na nilagay mo, tatawagan nila yon, i-verify nila yon kung totoo ba yung mga sinasabi mo. So, kailangan totoo, magiging totoo tayo sa kasagutan natin. So, ito mga friendships, sabi ko kanina, hindi lang ako magbibigay ng tips tungkol sa paano sumagot ng interview, kundi magbigay din ako ng examples, common questions na tinatanong ng mga panelists sa Deped for Teacher 1. So ngayon, galing to sa mga 5 friends ko, mga friends, kasi tinanong ko sila, minasas ko sila na during their interview nung apply sa Deped, ano nga ba yung mga common questions tinatanong ko sa kanila. At tandaan mo ka-friendships ha, hindi po standardized ang questions ha. Iba-iba po bawat divisions, pero pare-pareho lang. Maybe magkaiba yung construction, maybe magkaiba yung mga words ginamit, pero pare-pareho lang po yan. Kaya lang, kasi ang mga hiring committees, mga franchise, ay pwede silang gumawa ng sarilang questions doon para sa applicants. So, mayroon pa nga dyan, tinatanong kung pinapakanta yung lupang hinirang, 'di ba? Meron pa nga diyan pinaparecite yung mga ibang mga So, ang daming pwedeng pwede itanong sa applicant, pero itong 10 ngayon, meron akong 10 katanungan. Ito yung mga common tinatanong halos lahat na divisions kasi maganda naman talaga yung mga katanungan at nilagay ko ulit sa Microsoft Word ko kasi babasahin ko kasi sinagutan ko mga friends para at least magkaroon din kayo ng idea kung paano sagutin yung katanungan na yun. So simulan na natin kasi naka 11 or about 12 minutes na tayo. So bisa natin konti pa rin masyado mahaba yung video natin. Naku, ubos na yung boses ko. So ito yung mga friends ha, guides and tips for interview questions for teacher applicant in Deped. So ito na. Makinig kayo mga friendships. Teacher applicant must be ready for the interview because this is the time to show their communication skills, that they are capable of teaching and being given perfect points in the interview. So interview questions for teacher applicants are also a challenge to applicant to research more so that they can be prepared for the interview. So next is interview questions for the teacher applicants are a great opportunity for the applicants to be discovered as well versed teachers. So if the interviewer is a principal or supervisor, so the applicant has a great chance to be hired due to their speaking skills, or skills in speaking. So the applicant is an asset to Deped. Deped is also looking for a performing teacher with communication skills. Yun kasi importante doon. Kaya ayusin nyo, galingan nyo pagsagot ng ng katanungan sa mga panelists during your interview. Kasi talaga yun, kapag ako, mas nalakihan ko, dadagdagan ko yung points kapag magaling kang magsalita. So, ito yung time ninyo na ipakilala yung sarili ninyo by answering questions, mga friends. Kasi kailangan yung communication skills dito. So, ito yung sample question, mga friends, ha. If applicant teachers were to rank attitude, skill, and knowledge from first to third according to their importance in their teaching field, how would you arrange them? So, ngayon, ito yung sample sagot ko, mga friendships, ha. Experienced teachers believe that attitude comes first because if the teachers have the right attitude, they have the willpower to learn any new skill or knowledge. The second one is knowledge. So, una is yung attitude. Sunod ay yung knowledge. If they know something, they will have a better capacity to learn it by performing. And then into their skills. Above all, what is the most important in the field of teaching is attitude. So if they have the positive attitude towards work, then everything will follow. So una ay attitude, next is knowledge, then last is yung pinaka-last, yung attitude. Ano yung unang sabi ko? Nakalimutan ko tuloy. Attitude is the first one. Sunod ay knowledge. Yun. Kasi pinapa-arrange sa'yo yung knowledge or attitude or last na yung skills, mga friends. Nakalimutan ko yung skills para. Susunod mga friends na common na tinatanong sa mga panelists sa Deped for teacher 1 is, what is your reason for applying to Deped? Okay? So ngayon, ang sagot ko naman dyan mga friendships is ito ha, makinig. As a Filipino citizen who has attended public schools since kindergarten, elementary, high school, and even tertiary education was a product of a public school teacher or public schools, I can feel this something inside me that I would love to bring back something to society. I would like to help the Filipino children. I would like to impart knowledge. So aside from that, I believe that being a Deped teacher gives me more opportunities to help those who are in needs. Although I'm not rich, ganon. So I'm not capable of helping people in terms of money and financial stability. But remember, I know that my perseverance and willingness to offer my service to the public will be a great help to the citizens of my city. So yun yung example, kasagutan ko doon sa pangalawang tanong. Next, oh my God, haba ng video natin. So, mga ka-friendships, pangatlo, what is the most difficult thing that you have encountered in your teaching experience? So, pwede ito mga ka-friendship ha, sa mga may mga experience sa private, pwede niyong gamitin yon. Ngayon, ang sinagot ko dito mga ka-friendships ay yung experience ko nung yung practicum or practice teaching, kasi alam ko halos karamihan dito sa ating mga ka-friendships na applicant ay mga kakapasa pa lang ng LET, mga bagong pasa pa lang sa LET, bagong license or license teacher, gano'n, bago pa lang. So, hindi pa nakapagturo sa private. So, kaya yun ang binigay kong example ko na kasagutan ha. So, ito yung sagot ko mga friends. I don't have any teaching experience. The teaching experience that I have is just about my internship and on-the-job training at a private school or practicum ko dati sa private school, gano'n. So, the teaching experience that I have is just about my internship and on-the-job training. Yun, umulit pa ko. The most difficult thing that I've encountered is that I was assigned to private schools, and it's not just a private school. It is a private school for students who are the sons and daughters of professionals. So yun, hirap kaya yun. So, hindi lang tinuturuan mo yung mga bata, tinuturuan mo rin yung parents, kasi mag-iingat-ingat ka, kasi minsan yung mga parents natin mas magaling pa rin sa atin, di ba? Yung mga parents ng mga private school, so yung mga parents yan magaling pa yan sa atin, so mga lawyer yan, mga public servant yan, ano ba yan, basta mga ano yan, so professionals. It is very hard for me as an intern to gain their trust and their confidence in me. So what I needed to do at the time is to show them that the information that I am presenting is also reliable, and that I am fully more than 100% prepared for my lessons by day by day. So even though I am really below them in social class, they can trust me with their education. So yun mga friendships. Kailangan mo lang kasing maging handa, ready ka sa lesson na ituturo mo. Kasi pag magkamali ka, ang bata, mga friendships, tinatanong yan ng parents everyday pag uwi sa bahay. Tinatanong yan ng parents, so kamusta yung araw mo, kamusta yung teacher mo, kamusta yung lesson mo, nag-participate ka ba? Ngayon, lalo na din pag teacher ha, nag-check din ng sagot sa book ng bata. So kung pag mali yung sentence, kasi naglalagay ka ng correction, di ba? Tayo mga teachers naglalagay tayo ng mga corrections. Kapag sentence, ayusin ang grammar. Kapag pagsagot din sa math, ayusin yun. Kasi ang mga parents sa private school ay nag-check po parati ng mga books ng anak nila. At pag may nakita silang mali yun, mini-message agad yung teacher. So, ingat tayo ha. So, yun yung ginamit kong example, kasi yun yung practicum ko nung college. Ganon. So, number 4. If you will be assigned to a remote area, is it okay for you? Ganito ha, mga friends. Marami kasi nagkamali dito pag sagot eh. If you will be assigned daw sa remote area, okay lang ba daw sa'yo? The answer there ha, ganito, yes. Never kang sumagot ng no dito. Yes. Because I know that public service is not choosing any location or any direction. So everybody here in the Philippines deserves to have a passionate teacher. So a dedicated teacher who will teach them no matter how bad the situations are. So this interview, mga friendships, or this interview question for a teacher applicant is a good basis for the interviewer to see that you are not choosy applicant. Hindi ka na pumipili kung saan ka ilalagay. So yes ka na ng yes. So you are humble and interested being part of the Deped and are ready to face any good or bad situations, especially if you will be assigned to an island where the school is located. So yun, mga friendships, huwag tayong mamili. Yes ka ang sagot dyan. And then, don't worry ha. Kasi kapag ma-assign ka sa malayong place o malayong school, gamitin mo yung after 3 years, pwede ka naman magpa-transfer ng item kung saan ka na barangay. After 3 years yun, mga friends. And the best reason mo doon is yung location, yung security mo, pag uwi, balik dyan. So, pwede mo yung gamitin, ha? So, ngayon, number 5, what is efficient? What is an efficient and effective teacher? So, what is the difference? You will be asked for this. I-explain mo yung efficient and effective teacher. So, ngayon, papiliin ka dyan, di ba? Mamaya na yun, i-define po natin, i-explain mo na natin. So, ito yung kasagutan ko doon sa what is an efficient and effective teacher. So, what is the difference? So, an efficient teacher is someone who can accomplish all the tasks on time and all the jobs assigned to him or her with 100% confidence and 100% quality. So, yun yung efficient. And then, while an effective teacher is someone who can touch the hearts of the students while doing his or her job efficiently. So these interview questions, mga friendships, for teacher applicants, give an idea for the applicants to determine their standing or position in teaching, whether they are both efficient and effective or only one of those two. Dito kasi, mga friendships, kailangan dalawa. So ito yung follow-up natin question doon sa number 5. Hindi pwede pumili ka lang ng isa doon. Hindi pwede efficient ka lang, hindi pwede effective ka lang. Dapat dalawa. Ito yung follow-up question. Which would you choose if you were be given a chance to choose between being an efficient teacher or an effective teacher? So ito yung kasagutan ko, mga friendships. Being a good teacher or an excellent teacher here in the Philippines requires a composition of 50% of being an effective teacher and another 50% being an efficient teacher. Because being effective alone means touching the hearts of the students without feeding their minds is nothing, and also feeding the minds of the students without touching the hearts of the students. They cannot be called an efficient teacher. So feeding their minds without touching their hearts are living their lives without inspiring them in also nothing. So to be a good teacher here in the Philippines, sa ating bansa, ay kailangan, we need 50-50 for efficiency and effectiveness. So hindi ka pwede pumili ng isa doon. Kailangan dalawa. Efficient tayo at effective tayo. Ganun yon. So, number 7. How important are visual aids in your life as a teacher? In teaching, it will include visual aids because it will help them visualize and connect the concept in teaching and will make it easier for them to understand a complex concept that they are teaching in a simplified way. So aside from that, it's also fun. It's also entertaining. So you know that to see something colorful while your teacher is teaching. So don't forget that the teacher is still the best visual aid. Yeah, we know that. Kahit hindi ka gumagamit ng visual, ikaw pa din yung best visual aid. Pero sinabi ko kanina, kailangan natin ng visual aid para mas ganado yung mga bata. Like makita ng mga pictures, colorful na mga objects, mas okay yun. At saka, like mga PowerPoint or kaya mga Manila paper, gamitin natin yon. Mas okay yon, ha? And then you will always present yourself as presentable and respective image of society. Kailangan natin ng maayos ng pananamit pagharap tayo ng mga estudyante natin. For the interview questions for the teacher applicants, visual aids are also included because the students need some instructional aids that can support their learning. So teachers without efforts in making visual aids for their students cannot assure that their students' learning is 100% na naintindihan na yung lesson. So kailangan natin mag-prepare. Kaya nga ngayon sa Deped, 6 hours lang tayo magtuturo kasi yung natitirang oras, yung natitirang oras doon ay pang lesson plan natin, pang visual aids natin. Hindi lahat ginagamit pang turo sa Deped. Kasi kailangan allotted yung time natin for visuals and lesson plan para ma-ready natin yung lessons natin for tomorrow. Yan. Ang boses natin dahil wala na. So number 8, ito na. Tell us about your family background. Remember ito mga friendships ha? Ganito. Kapag tinatanong kayo ng question na to ng isang panelist, so this is personal question, ha? Personal question to. So take note, ha? But this question measures our capacity for communication. Being a teacher, there's a lot of explaining to do time and time again. Itong tell about yourself or tell about your family background, it does not ask for something accurate or tamang kasagutan, kundi the panelist here will just measure your communication skills, ha? Paano ka sumagot, yung grammar mo, yung way of explanation mo, ganon. Ayusin natin tong ito pag-construct ng mga sentences. Oh my God, mag 30 minutes na. So aside from your area of specialization, what are the subjects are confident for teaching? Ito yung additional tanong doon. So aside from teaching English, kung marunong kayo sa English, I am confident in teaching science and araling palipunan because as you know, English also involves concepts and processes that can be found in science and araling palipunan. Aside from that, I also like those subjects inspired by my previous teachers when I was in high school and college or elementary. Ganon. Dagdag yun. So number 9, second to the last question natin. So when do you want to be assigned? Or where do you want to be assigned rather? So here, ito yung sagot natin. I would be given an opportunity to choose where I would be assigned, which would be the closest school to my house because I would like to be present in the event of an emergency at the school. I would like to be the person who can address the kind of emergency if the school is used as a relocation site in times of emergency. If the school is on fire, I would be there to save all the important documents. And then, I would also be living in the community of my students. I would like to understand them more so that inside the class, I can give them the understanding, the compassion, and the leeway that they need. I would like to know their parents and family backgrounds so that wherever or whenever I am requiring a project, I will know who among my students is financially able to buy this kind of kind of project and who is not. And if I'm able to know that I can give them special projects for those students who are less fortunate. Besides, during practice with my students, I can also extend my time since I am in the same place. Kung may mga project, practice, mga ganun. So, pwede siyang nandun siya agad. So, hindi siya mahirap. Diba? Pag maganda yon. Pag tinatanong ka ganun katanungan na where do you want to be assigned? So, sagot ka ng pinakamalapit sa barangay nyo. So, mismo barangay ninyo. Ganun yan. So, para at least, at saka, maganda naman yung kasagutan, yung ibinigay mong examples doon. I mean, yung explanation mo, malapit ka, para kung may emergency, kailangan ka agad. Makatulong ka agad, tapos ma-check mo yung background ng mga bata din, at kapag may practice, hindi ka magmamadali, ganun, anytime, maka-extend ka ng time mo, ganun. Huling katanungan natin, ang haba ng video natin. So, how will you motivate students who have a low interest in learning because of financial problems? So this is my answer. Makinig kayo mga friendships. I help my students through sharing my snacks and lunch to them and support their projects if their money is not enough to buy it. I will tell them my story. So I will tell them that not everyone is born rich. Not everyone is able to finish their studies, ganon. And then but those with the heart, perseverance, and dedication will do it. You can do it. So yun. So I will tell my story about that, and aside from that, I will also tell them that I will talk to the other teachers who assign expensive projects to help their students who cannot afford to buy expensive things. So but I know teachers in public schools are not assigned expensive projects kasi alam ko naman na mga karamihan ng mga learners natin sa sa public schools ay mga medyo may kahirapan sa buhay. So, yun. So, alam ko mga teachers din dyan are aware. So, hindi magbibigay ng mahamahaling project. At yung mga naman natin, may batas kasi tayo, no collection tayo policy. So, bawal yun magko-collect na mga ganong mga mag-contribute din, di ba? So, yun mga friends, super habang video natin. 30 minutes, mag 31 minutes na. So, thank you so much sa papanood hanggang dito. Hindi ko na masyadong dagdagan pa ng mga bla 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 chart dito sa video natin. Kasi naawa na ako sa inyo nung umabot kayo hanggang dito dulo. So, thank you and see you sa next video. Pasensya na, super haba. Love you all.